COVID-19 vaccine trials are supposed to begin in October, but Food and Drug Administration reveals not a single vaccine maker has applied for one of the most important requirements. To give us details, Greg Gregorio is reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. Greg, what's the latest on this?
Negotiations with manufacturers of leading COVID-19 vaccine candidates. None of them has applied to the Food and Drug Administration for a conduct of clinical trial phase 3 in the country yet. Food and Drug Administration Director General Dr. Eric Dominguez said only 2 potential vaccines are currently being evaluated by the Science and Technology Department's panel of vaccine experts. These are Russia's Sputnik V as well as Johnson & Johnson's Janssen vaccine. The Health Department earlier said it is still awaiting Sputnik V's clinical trial protocol-related documents. Others are still pending with pending confidentiality data agreement. The FDA assured the public that once they receive an application, they can process it in a shorter span of a little over a month. The regular procedure usually takes 2 months. Domingo vowed that pacing the process will not compromise the safety and efficacy of the vaccines. It was earlier announced that a clinical trial phase 3 for a COVID-19 vaccine may be started in the country by October and could be made available in the market by the second quarter of 2021. Charles, at the FDA said there are 2 administrative orders that are still awaiting for Health Secretary Francisco Duque III's signature. This intends to streamline the procedures once a COVID-19 vaccine has been registered to a FDA international counterpart, or when it has been pre-qualified by the World Health Organization. Charles?
All right, thanks for that, Greg. Could you tell us how the FDA plans to shorten the process? You mentioned they're trying to fast-track it as much as possible. What are some of the strategies that they will use that will not compromise the integrity of the trial?
Charles, based on regular procedures, the technical review of the vaccine experts panel usually comes first before the evaluation of the ethics review board. But for the COVID-19 vaccines, these undertakings of separate bodies will be simultaneously conducted. In effect, it will cut half the usual 4-week process of FDA's own technical review into 2 weeks. Yun nga, magiging 2 weeks na lang, ano? And aside from that, if a certain COVID-19 vaccine failed to secure a recommendation from the vaccine experts panel or the ethics review board, it will not reach the FDA's level. And FDA also highlighted that even after a certain vaccine finished or completed its clinical trial phase 3, this does not give them an assurance for a certificate of product registration, as the FDA still has to look into the efficacy rate of this vaccine, and this should not be falling under 60% or 70% efficacy rate. Charles?
Greg, given these developments, when now is the earliest possible time that the vaccine will possibly become available here in the Philippines? Does having more applicants for this phase 3 trial mean that the vaccines will actually come in earlier?
Well, Charles, the FDA has explained that in quite a number of points. One, the passing of a certain vaccine to the clinical trial phase 3 is not, or the conduct of clinical trial phase 3 in the country is not prerequisite for it to be given a certificate of product registration in the country. But the FDA may still accept and process application of a COVID-19 vaccine who conducted and completed clinical trial phase 3 in other countries. So as long as there is application that the FDA can process, they will look into it. Charles?
All right, thanks for that, Greg. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Mandaluyong City.